Hello audience. In this video, work continues on the Falcon. And while I have it this far apart, I'm also going to restore the inside of the trunk because this is as good a time for it as any. I took the trunk lid off and that's out getting the inside painted, and now we're going to clean up the inside of this and see what we have. Surprisingly, even the original clips that held the wiring on are still here. So at first, it looks fairly clean around here. I don't know if the original paint can be saved or if we're going to have to repaint it. Now the seam sealer around here, it's starting to peel off, and it's not really adhering all that well either. So, even though it's not really necessary, I'm probably going to rip all this out and put new sealer in. The insides of the quarter panels, they have the same, I'm just going to call it tar coating, like what was on the floor. Now this I'm going to leave alone because it's visible when it's done, and I don't really have any way of duplicating it. So the first thing I'm going to do is just give it a good cleaning and see what we have. Alright, after cleaning up and degreasing everything, yeah, the paint's a little further gone than I thought it was, but I was already about 90% certain we were going to have to repaint this anyway. There's a little bit of surface rust coming through here and there, but not much of a problem, and that's about it. Everything else under here is like new. And since I can't really find anything wrong with it, I guess I'm just going to reseal the seams and then we'll repaint this. For resealing the seams, I used this stuff, pretty much because it was all I could find at the local auto parts store, but it should be good enough quality. I ended up using almost 2 full tubes of this for the trunk, which, if you used it properly, probably could have used less than 1, but I deliberately used way too much because I was trying to simulate the look of the original sealer. Now this, according to the instructions, it can be applied over bare metal or primer or even paint, but the painter recommended priming everything first, so that's what we did. And now we're ready to paint it. Also, while all that was going on, I started cleaning up and painting the underside of the car with this stuff that I showed you in the last video, and this is how it's turning out. I tried using it on this section under the back panel. Like shown in the instructions, I went over it with a wire brush to get anything loose off of it, went over it with acetone to clean it off, and just brushed a layer on it. Now aesthetically, yeah, it looks like somebody brush painted over rust, but it is a lot cleaner than it was. It actually looks finished now. How durable is it? How long it'll last? I have no idea. We'll just have to wait and see. But for now, it looks good. And here's what I got done so far. That is definitely a big improvement on what it was. Now I can crawl under this thing and I don't have rust falling in my eyes anymore. It's a few days later. I got the trunk lid back, and that's finished. We're also working on painting the inside of the trunk. I'm not going to show it up close just yet because the painter's still working on it, hasn't been finished yet. But the good news is, once that's done, this car from about here back is finished. All I have to do is reassemble it. So probably in the next video, I'll start putting the rear springs back in, install the differential. I haven't forgotten about the rust holes in the floor, much as I've tried to, but we'll get around to that sometime. But anyway, that's it for now. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.